Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm walking through the turkey vest I used this past spring, the Alps Grand Slam. So as I mentioned before, this is a turkey vest that I used this past spring, and I wanted to put a whole season in with it before I gave you guys a review. That way I could give you an honest review and not leave any of the details out. The only thing that I was hesitant about before I bought it was the weight, but it weighs in just under 7 pounds, and it's honestly not that big of a deal. The trade-off for having the kickstand and being able to set up wherever you want, it definitely outweighs having to carry around a couple extra pounds. Like I said, it weighs just under 7 pounds with the frame. I think about 4.5 pounds without the frame. But I mean, if you don't want the frame, if you don't want to carry an extra couple pounds, you're going to be running and gunning all day, you can remove it and it's still a great vest, especially with the 2.5 inch foam seat. This thing's awesome. You can set on roots and sticks, anything, rocks, it doesn't matter, you're not going to feel it. It really is a great vest. But in today's review, I'm just going to start on this side with the slate pouches and work my way around, try and cover everything for you guys, and hopefully it helps you out. So this vest has 2 slate call, glass call pockets, whatever you plan on carrying. They both have zippers, and on the outside layer it has a little bit of foam for added protection, which is really nice. If you plan on spending a lot of money on your pot calls, you ain't got to worry about busting them up. On the outside of each pot call pocket, it has a little elastic band with some mesh on it. That way you can carry your Scotch Brite or whatever you need to rough up your pot calls while you're out there. And then next to that, we have a striker pocket, and it has 3 loops for 3 different strikers. And then on the other side, it has a little elastic loop for a locator call, which is really nice to have all that right there in the same pocket next to your pot calls. So above our pot calls and striker pocket, we have a zippered pouch with 5 shell loops. Also, there's plenty of room in there to carry whatever else you need, not just shotgun shells. So I carry a little headlamp in case I need it while I'm out there. Moving on to the other side, we have another zippered pocket, and it's just, I mean, free range, throw whatever you want in there. I usually just throw a couple little refills for my thermocell in there when the mosquitoes get bad, and a little bit of chalk for my box call. Below that, we have another pretty decent sized pocket with a couple elastic loops. You can probably throw a couple extra strikers in there if you want, or whatever else you could think to fit in there. And then it also has your clear protective case for a smartphone. I don't typically use that. I usually just carry my phone in my pocket, but hey, if that's the route you want to go, you have it right there in front of you, and you can still access your phone and do whatever you need to do on it. Right here we have our silent box call pocket, which is really nice. It's not going to be making any unwanted noise when you don't want it to be. Has a little bungee cord here so you can cinch it down, keep that box call locked in tight so it's not going to be making any noise. And then moving to the side of it, on both sides we have a water bottle pocket, which is really nice to have on the sides. So this side I carry a little water bottle, and on the other side, I'm sure you already seen, I carry some tick spray, mosquito spray. Also, I forgot to mention, up here we have a little plastic case for our diaphragm calls. That'll hold 3 of them, last 3 spots. I'm sure you can shove more in there if you wanted. But it's got a little belt clip on it to clip onto there. Or if you want to move it, you can just remove this string and move it over here if you're a left-hand shooter. That way it's not in the way. We've got our water bottle there. And then we have a large game bag. I want to clip the seat here so you can see. But really large game bag. And if you don't want to use these water bottle pockets, you can get a bladder and slide your water bladder in there, and it also has a retainer for your hose. But like I said, it's got a large game bag so you can put your decoys or whatever you want in there, or your turkey. So moving on to the main purpose on why a lot of us are going to buy this is the kickstand, and this thing is awesome. If you've ever been trying to find a spot or a tree to lean up against and you can't, and you're sitting there all awkward trying to hold your gun and call and everything else, this is a lifesaver here. You can set up in a tree line or wherever you want. You don't have to have a tree to lean up against. These are adjustable, so you can slide them out or in however you want. I usually keep mine all the way in, that way I can lean back as far as this thing will go. But it's very comfortable, super nice. Another awesome thing about this vest is it has 2 big magnets here. So you don't have to sit there and fumble with these buckles whenever you hear a bird off in the distance and you're trying to get up and make it over there with quickness. All you gotta do is throw this thing up. There you go, you're locked in with these magnets and you ain't gotta worry about clipping these. I usually only clip them on my way in and out. Just that way if I bump something, it's not gonna fall down. I gotta keep throwing it up. But I haven't really had that problem. These magnets seem to be pretty strong. Also, it has this 2.5-inch padded seat. And this thing is comfortable. As I mentioned before in the intro, this thing, you can sit on anything. You're not gonna feel it. I've sat there for 3 hours. I don't get uncomfortable. Legs don't go numb. Super nice. All around, this vest, it's a great vest. All right guys, I'm gonna throw this vest on and demonstrate the reason y'all are here, to see this kickstand in action. So like I said, once you get to your spot, all you gotta do is throw your seat down and then make sure that your kickstand's out and just sit down as advertised. No tree needed. Super comfortable. You sat here for hours. I really enjoyed this turkey vest this past year. I plan on using it for a really long time. One thing I did forget to mention is if you don't like having stuff in your way and having straps on while you're sitting there hunting and you plan on shooting or whatever, and you don't like having those shoulder straps in the way, you can actually remove them, as I just did. It has a couple little clips, and then you have, you know, freedom of rotation. You can move however you need to or switch arms, and you're good to go. Also, if you plan on sitting there for a really long time, I do this sometimes. I'll just unbuckle these, get these out of the way, and then you're good. I mean, nothing's in your way. It's just like having a recliner in the woods. All right guys, well I hope you liked the review on the Alps Grand Slam. If you have any questions about it, go ahead and comment below and I'll get back to you with an answer. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys.